I got this wrong in my Adobe interview. Let's see if you get it right. Do you know where the global variables are stored in the memory? To understand this, you need to first learn about the memory layout of a program. So, whenever a program runs, the OS allocates it some memory, and that memory is divided into various segments. So, you can think of it like a building with various floors. So, on our first floor or in the lowest address, we have our first segment, which is known as the text segment, and this segment stores the program instructions. For example, if this is our code and the compiler will convert it into these instructions, and then this instruction is further converted into binary because our computer only understands binary. Just remember that this particular segment is read only because the program instructions never change. Like we cannot write anything in these instructions. So after that, in the second floor, we have our second segment, which is in a bit higher address, and this is the answer to our problem, like where we store the global and the static variables. So that is the data segment. So this is further divided into two parts. So first is the initialized data segment, and the second is the uninitialized data segment. In the initialized data segment, like we initialize the values at the time of declaration itself, and in the uninitialized, we do not initialize it at the time of declaration, but by default, the values are zero. So above this we have our third floor or the third segment, which is known as the heap segment. So whenever in our program we are creating any memory which is dynamically allocated, or we are using any keywords like new or malloc, so that gets stored inside this particular segment. For example, here this array we are creating using the new keyword, so this arr will get stored inside the heap segment. So after that, in the fourth floor and in the highest address, we have our last segment, which is the stack segment. So whenever in our program we see any of the function calls, so a stack frame gets created, and for each of that function call, the stack frame gets populated inside this stack segment. And inside each of this stack frame, we store the local variables, the function parameters, and the return address. So if you have any doubt, just drop it in the comment and I'll answer to each one of you. And make sure to follow me to not miss the next topic.